Hello everyone, this is Rakesh. This is really interesting and surprising for Shikar Dhawan and his fans as well. Because a couple of weeks ago, everybody was thinking that he would be captaining the Indian side, which is going to participate in the Asian Games. This is the first time that BCCI has decided to send Indian team to play in the Asian Games. But surprisingly, on the flip side, Ruturaj Gaikwad has been named as the captain for this team. He has just 9 matches of experience, whereas Shikar has a lot of experience, a lot of vast experience in all the 3 formats. He's played Test cricket, ODI cricket and T20s as well. The last time he played an international game was against Bangladesh, where he played 3 ODIs and couldn't manage to score at least double digit any of those 3 innings. So thereafter, we haven't seen Shikar in the coloured jerseys or in the white jersey when India have played matches. So there are a couple of reasons why he was not considered or he was not announced as the captain for the Indian team for the Asian Games. The reason might be he might be out of the contention, or he might not be in the scheme of the things for the World Cup, or selectors have just ignored him. And the second reason might be he might be in the consideration for the World Cup because he has very, very good numbers when it comes to ICC tournaments. He has scored centuries, he has scored a lot of runs, and every time he has played an ICC event, whether it is World Cup, whether it is Champions Trophy, he has an average of 45 plus, which is massive. And he holds the best record in the ICC tournaments, whether it was in Australia, whether it was in England, and whether it was Champions Trophy. And the other reason why Shikar was ignored after the Bangladesh series is a lot of youngsters, a lot of emerging players have got chance in the Indian team, and they've grabbed it with both the hands and scored tons of runs. After 2019, if you consider the stats between Shubman Gill and Shikar Dhawan, Shikar has played around 34 matches and scored around 1300 to 1320 runs, whereas Shubman Gill have just played 24 something around and scored the same number of runs, almost close to the same number of runs what Shikar has scored, and have scored a double century and centuries as well, whereas Shikar, he doesn't even have a single century on his name after 2019. And the other biggest reason is his downfall or his fall of strike rate. His strike rate has gone down to 70, whereas a lot of other players are scoring runs at a strike rate of minimum 100 because of the emerge of this T20, and there's a change in the cricket. There are a lot of players who are at least scoring runs with a run a ball each, whereas Shikar has failed to reach that because he being the opener, and you being an opener and top order batter, you have to actually build that innings, you have to build a strong base for the next batters. So this might be the second reason. And what I feel is, what I consider is, he's still in the scheme of the things because he has a central contract with BCCI. He has a C-grade contract where he gets 1 crore of rupees per annum, no matter whether he plays the game or whether he doesn't play the game. And frequently we've been seeing Shikar traveling to Bangalore and trying to improve his fitness, trying to maintain that fitness levels in NCA. So this indicates the BCCI selectors have not ignored him, and instead he might be in the consideration for the World Cup. And the only reason is there are a lot of players who got injured, and we don't see too many options for the opening slot because Rohit and Shubman might open, and there's only other couple of options because KL Rahul, we don't know about his injury status, whether he'll be ready by the World Cup or no. There are sources says that he might get ready for the Asia Cup, but that is not really 100% sure. So the only other option is Ishan Kishan, who has scored a double century in Bangladesh when Rohit Sharma got injured. So the only contestant or the only fight between 2 players would be for the for the opening slot. It would be between Ishan Kishan and Shikar Dhawan. And Shikar might have a little bit extra weightage because of his experience, because of his numbers in the ICC tournament. So these are the only 2 reasons. The one is whether the selectors have completely ignored him and he's not in the scheme of the things, or he might be considered as a backup opener because of his experience, because injuries are part and parcel of the game. We never know, because India is going to play Asia Cup, India is going to play in West Indies. So if Rohit or Shubman gets injured, so you definitely need a backup opener. So these 2 are the reasons why Shikar was not announced as the captain for the Asian Games. So this is what I actually feel. You can also express your thoughts and views about Shikar's exclusion, or whether Shikar has been ignored or he is still in the contention for the World Cup, in the comment section. Thank you very much.